plastic which makes it most useful is that it is a poor conductor of electricity. Because of this, plastic is used in covering of electric wires which you use at home, and you must have seen it. So plastic does not conduct electricity, which makes the electric wires usable. Apart from this, there are many other properties of plastics. Plastics are bad conductors and are used in making wires, but they are also used in healthcare industry. In the hospitals, the packing of tablets, the medicines are packed in plastic containers. The medicine is packed in plastic bottles which are not affected by the chemical. Then apart from that, the operations which the doctors do, they use thread for stitching, so those are also made up of plastic. Then they use syringes which is used for giving you injection, that is the injection, that is also made up of plastic. Apart from this, special plastic cookware is used in the microwave oven for cooking, because in microwave cookware the heat cooks the food and the plastic does not become hot. Then Teflon, as I told you, Teflon is a special type of plastic which is non-stick, which is used as a non-stick cookware. It does not melt even if it is heated. It is used as a layer inside the metal containers, and it is used as a non-stick cookware, so it absorbs the heat but it does not melt at low temperature and even when at a high temperature. Then fireproof plastic. Fireproof plastic means we know that plastic can melt on heating, but it is very strange that some of the plastics, the fire saving equipments, that is the firefighters, they use synthetic fiber, which is a coating covered on their clothes, which makes it fireproof. That is it is written here that they are using a layer of the clothes, they are covered with a layer of melamine, which is a hard layer plastic, and outside coating protects them from fire, and it is fireproof. Plastic finds most use all over the world, which has made it so popular, and it has replaced most of the metals which were used earlier. So these are the three common properties of plastic. Plastic has good properties, but it has some bad. Okay, the concept of plastics and the environment. It deals with how do plastics impact the environment. Here there is a table given where it shows how do different substances mix with the soil, or how do they decompose. So the concept of plastic is that plastics are non-biodegradable. That means they cannot be decomposed by bacteria, and therefore they are called non-biodegradable. Those substances which can be decomposed by bacteria are called biodegradable. Biodegradable substances are organic substances, which are plants, leaves, animals, humans. So all the substances which can be decomposed by bacteria are biodegradable. There is a table given here which shows that the different materials are written under the type of waste. Peels of organic and fruits, vegetables, they decompose in 1 to 2 weeks. You must have seen at home that if you throw any dead plant or any waste in the soil, after some time it mixes with the soil and then you don't see it again. Then paper is shown, then cotton, wood, woolen clothes, they have decomposition time of different days. So 10 to 15 years, wood 2 to 5 months, and it is written here biodegradable. Those substances which are decomposed by bacteria, they decompose at a different speed. Some substances decompose very quickly, some substances decompose in a long time. Tin, aluminium and other metal cans, they are metals, so they take 100 to 500 years to decompose, and they actually do not decompose, but they mix with the soil and then they are left there in the form of their oxides. Plastic, why is plastic considered harmful? Because it takes several years. Several years means it can take more than 500 years to decompose, and it is non-biodegradable. The question is, why is plastic non-biodegradable? Plastic, as you know, you read earlier that it is made up of long chain of ethylene molecules, ethene molecules joined together in long chain. So these chains cannot be broken by bacteria. That is why plastic is not affected by bacteria or fungus like other organic substances. Therefore, plastic is non-biodegradable and now, since plastic is considered as non-biodegradable, so why are we using it? So one of the main reasons why plastic is being used all over is because it is cheap and it is easily available. It is considered as non-biodegradable, therefore you must be knowing that why plastic is being banned. It causes environmental pollution. Besides, the burning process in the synthetic material is quite slow and it does not get completely burnt easily in the process of decomposition. If you burn plastic, like most of the people do it, if they cannot do anything with the plastic, they try to burn it. So we should never burn plastic because it gives out very harmful poisonous gases which can kill people. Avoid the use of plastic as far as possible. Make use of bags which are made up of all these things you have read, that we should avoid the use of plastic and use paper bags, or we should, instead of using paper bags, what I suggest is use bags which are made up of cloth and reuse them. Whenever we go to the market, we ask for the shopkeeper to give us polythene. Instead of asking for a polythene, we can carry our own. If you don't have a cloth bag, then we can even use an old polythene and keep using the same polythene again and again. This will help us. This will be our contribution in saving the environment. It is better to recycle the plastic. Most of the thermoplastic can be recycled. There are some substances which can be decomposed, which can be recycled. So these substances cannot be decomposed, but they can be recycled. We can recycle and make new plastic. As a responsible citizen, remember the 4R mentioned in the book: reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. So if we follow these 4R's, earlier there were 3R's: reduce the use of plastic, reuse the plastic, recycle the plastic and recover the nature. These are few topics which explain that what can be done so that we can save the environment. So you have seen that there is an example given here. How can we use plastic, and if we have used the plastic, what can be done? We can send it for recycling. Now in India, the process of recycling is not very common, but we can use the plastic things which we have used once in making some other reusable item. And what I believe is that the process of recycling and reusing the plastic will be a future. Anyone who makes best use of the reusable plastic will have the future. Here it is written here that in the process of eating the food waste, make the environment neutral materials like polythene bags and stoppers of food. Can you imagine the consequences if we keep on using the plastic packets? We use so much plastic is seen everywhere. We throw them. These are left in the soil and then it creates pollution. The poly bags carelessly thrown here and there are responsible for clogging of the drains. When they are left in the drains, they block the drain and then the water is blocked. They are also eaten by animals. Buffaloes which are moving on the road, they can eat the food if it is thrown in the polythene. So what we can do, what you can do as citizens or as children is that contribute in trying to minimize. Whenever you go to any shop and the shopkeeper is giving you a polythene and you can do without it, then do it. Don't take the polythene and bring, even if it is paper bag, then what we can do is instead of taking the paper bag, take the material without the paper bag, bring the bag with you and then use it. So plastic is considered as a very important substance, but it is a problem for the environment also. So with this, the chapter is over. and we come to know there are many other points which are not mentioned here. We'll